Welcome to the FSF PopCast live show.
Indeed. Welcome to the FSF PopCast live show. We have been gone for a few weeks, so we're very excited to be here tonight to talk with all you fine folks. We're going to have some fun tonight. We've got some cool topics up ahead, and we've got some comments to get to because apparently John was left unsupervised, and he's
a pain in the arse is what he is.
Well, he's good at it, so I guess
he's got to play to his strengths. But
well, exactly. So before we get into anything else, we're going to first go through this mountainous level of comments that Sir John, our lovely GM for our Star Wars RPG, and our producer John,
my hubby wubby.
Also the hubby wubby of the Kathleen. He says, "Hola." He says, "Is this thing really going to happen tonight?" Yes, John, you knew it was. You're sitting out there. Your wife kicked you out of the studio, aka the bedroom, so that this could happen. Will Tim have to? I did not experience difficulties, at least on the live show portion. So it was all before we went live. There's time.
But
yeah, there was a slight technical glitch, but that was before we got started. Will Kathleen be snarky, pain in the butt? She's also always a snarky pain in the butt.
No, I am sweet and innocent.
Lies. I'm glad we were separated by distance, so when the lightning strikes, I am safe. I'll have my own lightning strike, but that's a whole different topic. We'll have to find out for sure, but the answer to both is probably yes. Oh, John says, I want Disney to start remaking some of their animated film classics with Muppets. First up, Beauty and the Beast. The human actor is the Beast. He returns to his original Muppet form at the end.
Only if Beast is played by Jason Segel.
Yeah. I mean, I'm okay with that. John's also
the Muppets movie. It would be funny for it to be backward.
I'm okay with that, actually. I think that'd be a lot of fun. John says, I have been left unsupervised with the mashed potatoes.
As long as they go in your face, baby, and not all over the walls, I don't care.
As long as you're not making potato art on the wall, I don't think there's a problem here. And we were not late, thank you very much. We were started right at 7:00, so on you. And no, we did not have technical difficulties. What's up, Brandon? Howdy. Boy, we got a whole I got a whole lot here to get caught up on. Ooh, doggy. Granzier says, howdy, just finished watching the 1980s TV show Riptide. It was an okay TV show. Yeah, I remember that. That's right. One pride despite the loss. I would like, as much as I would like to complain about the referees for the game, there's only one call that I have a problem with, and it was the same call that everybody had a problem with, even the announcers, and that was the late hit call against Jack Campbell on the Vikings quarterback. That was, I don't know how you can have a late hit when he's in the middle of throwing the ball, but it is what it is. It's not unnecessary roughness. That used to be called football. Anyway, that's a whole nother topic, and we'll discuss that later. But yeah. Oh, there we go. Granzer. Hi, Kathy. John's unplugged. So good to be back. It has been a while. Sorry about that.
There's been stuff.
Life has sucked the fun out of everything.
Life got lubrication.
Jesus. Granzier says, call the police. There's a John around the town. Yeah. Well, yeah, I'll let that one go. He's relatively unknown to local law enforcement. I'm something of an anomaly in my family. Mm-hmm. You know what? I actually believe that. But yeah, we're going to have some fun tonight. We've got I think a fun topic on hand. And so John kind of hit on it a little bit earlier, because this is what we were kind of talking about originally, with that we would talk about something about with the Muppets, because the Muppets are always kind of a fun throw. What universes can we insert the Muppets into and still have a certain level of insanity and have some fun? But tonight we're going to do what if. What if the MCU were to meet Pixar? You know, the world of The Incredibles, Toy Story, Monsters, Monsters Incorporated, Monsters University, all that fun stuff. And Cars, of course. So there's a whole lot of choices here, different characters. We'll get into that more in a few minutes. But before we get too much farther, we just want to say thank you to everyone who's watching or participating in the show, because this show is not possible without you and the support of Level Up Sabers. If you're not buying a saber from Level Up Sabers, I can't force you to. Well, I do want to ask what you're doing with your life. But I also can't force you to buy a saber from Level Up Sabers. But I can tell you that as long as you're not buying it from Theory Sabers, because screw that guy in particular, I guess I really don't care. But I would prefer that you buy it from Level Up Sabers using the link in the show notes down below. And again, Theory Sabers, screw that guy in particular. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. Who doesn't love the Muppets? And yeah, Chris Evans did voice Buzz Lightyear. This is true. Yeah, Kathleen is the Sliders fans.
I am.
We wanted to get her thoughts of 3 of the original cast members at Comic-Con that took place around 2 or 3 weeks ago, I think in Colorado. Was wondering if Kathleen was able to watch any video on the Sliders cast at the Comic-Con.
I have not yet. I should. But I have not yet.
Also, yesterday was the 24th anniversary of my...
Ah! No way!
Really? That's been out for 24 years already?
My spine just disintegrated.
Oh, man. Thanks for the reminder to go take an Advil. Jesus. And now I am sad and sore. And yeah.
My spine is now dust.
Brandon, bringing up how old things are just makes Tim sad, and Kathleen reminds that her back hurts.
Hey!
You're not...
Done.
He's not wrong.
Nobody asked you, Patrice.
Yes way, dudes. Love it. Yes way.
Stop biting my fingers.
For context, for those of you listening to the audio version of this, Kathleen has her cat on her lap, and Ernie is his name is Ernest Fitzgerald, and Ernie is biting her finger.
He is a notorious biter. He is a love biter, but he doesn't realize that his teethers are sharp.
Yeah, cats tend to forget that from time to time.
What's the worst? Is that he did it to my nose.
Oh yeah, that hurts. One of my other cats did that. Vader, when he was with us, he wanted to lick your face, and then quickly he'd nibble the nose and then go back to licking your face. So, all right. Hey, before we get into our topic for tonight, just real briefly, now, if you haven't signed up at fsfpopcast.com/contact, that's how you sign up to win cool free things from us. You have not signed up to win your copy of the Smurfs. We do have physical copies to give out, and I have a couple digital copies yet to give out. So if you haven't signed up, now this is your opportunity to do so. So as a reminder, bring home the Smurfs movie on DVD and 4K now. In this fun, epic adventure, the Smurfs team up with new friends on a daring rescue mission to save Papa Smurf from a league of evil wizards. By the film critics are calling pure comedy magic, and get over 35 minutes of Smurftastic extras, including new music from Rihanna and more. Available at participating retailers. Rated PG from Paramount Pictures. So you have an opportunity to win that one, but that's not the only movie that you can win. This is also will be a movie from somebody who I will never have on the show, not because he's too big of an action star for us to get on the show, but because I don't like him. And that's Tom Cruise with Mission Impossible.
I swear, he's the most talked about actor on our show, though.
That will never come to the show. But you'll have opportunity to get this physical copy of Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. So, our lives are the sum of our choices. Bring home Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning on DVD and 4K now. Tom Cruise stars as Ethan Hunt in this action-packed thrill ride that film critics are calling the biggest and wildest mission yet. Go inside the incredible stunts with over 50 minutes of jaw-dropping extras when you buy on DVD and 4K. Available at participating retailers. Rated PG-13 from Paramount Pictures. So if you go to fsfpopcast.com/contact and sign up in there on the loot page, you get loot. So you have a chance to win. So I want to make sure that you guys do that. Let's see here. This is weird. Why are we not going back? All right. It used to be automatic that when you take it out. So we use a service called StreamYard. And it used to be that when you would take one of those things out, it would automatically bump the other screens back. But it looks now like we have to make that click physically. So it is what it is. Sup, Ernest? I spelled that right. Hope I spelled that right. Yeah, you did. Yes. Right on. It was the first time that 3 of the main cast were at a Comic-Con. Sabrina Lloyd was in Europe. Carrie didn't hear if she was invited. Oh, okay. The cat's name is Ernesto Von Twitchy Brain.
Nice to my poor baby. His name
You
is
can-
Ernest Fitzgerald, and it's not his fault that he has epilepsy.
He's derpy.
Yes,
Outside of the epilepsy, he was already derpy before they figured that out. To be fair.
It's because
To be fair.
that's because his mommy was abandoned in an apartment pregnant and didn't get proper care.
Granzer says you can win AI Rising. God, I hope not. Hopefully AI Rising is not an actual thing, because that's just terrifying.
I know. Poor baby.
But
So mean.
gotcha, Big J. There you go. All right. So our topic for tonight, we one of the shows I've loved on Disney Plus for Marvel has been the animated series What If. They've played around with a lot of the characters that we know, that we love, that we've enjoyed over the years, and I think it's great that they've gone down different avenues for it. Oh boy, hold on. Yes, AI Rising 2018 foreign film. Reddit's not bad. Okay. I was about to say I don't like to watch films with subtitles, but then again, everything I watch has subtitles on it, so never mind.
Yeah, that's just I can't hear it otherwise.
Well, this is also true. You're old. Your ears are shot.
I have a 7-year-old who doesn't stop talking.
Okay, you went on that one. Speaking of your 7-year-old, Honora wants you to know that she thinks Ernie is an adorable goofball.
He is, and Honora is the sweetest. Honora loves you, doesn't she? Yes.
So, but speaking of Marvel and the What If series, we thought, what if we looked at other ways we could go with the What If series? And the What If series that we want to do tonight is to take these guys, the fine folks that you see here, the Marvel Avengers, so Thor, Black Widow, Captain America, Iron Man, Hulk, Hawkeye, and we could even throw in Vision if we like, as the base version of the Avengers. And who out of these guys would play them? The characters of Pixar. So we're going to go over that tonight. We're going to talk about what Pixar characters we think would fit well into a Marvel universe. Brandon says he also does the same thing with subtitles. Absolutely. I've gotten to the point yet. The only thing I don't like subtitles for is live sports, because the subtitles are always a few seconds behind. They're usually onto a new play doing something else, and we're like 2 or 3 plays backwards. So especially for football, it's a little rough.
Mm-hmm.
And then Granzer says, "Oh, happy belated Halloween. Did you both dress up for Halloween and pass out candy or any Halloween parties?" Nope, I am boring. I don't like people, so I stayed inside.
Nope, we actually went to a friend's house and did a movie night with them. They have a 6-year-old daughter. So she and our 7-year-old are very, very good friends. So we went and we did movie night with them and ate way too much candy. And way too much junk food.
Yeah, we stayed in. I hid from people. Played a lot of video games. I bought a new game called Arc Raiders.
That's just a normal Friday night for you.
Also not the point. But I played a new game called Arc Raiders. It's a lot of fun. And it's a looting based game where there's a high risk reward. Like if your character dies in the mission, you lose everything you have.
Ugh.
So you have to be very, very careful about what you take, what you carry, what you take. Do you think you have stuff good enough to beat another team if they find you? Yeah, it's So everybody was safe. Nobody was. Yeah, absolutely. So everybody was just having a good time. We were just all laying low, I think, just in different spots, laying low, having a good time. And the Falcon too. Actually, we're not. We didn't talk about the Falcon, but I suppose we could probably include him too. But yeah. So, Kathleen and I both have a list of characters and people that we think that would fit the characters. We'll discuss them. Or Kathleen doesn't have a list, and we're just going to talk about it live because I kind of said that's what we're going to do anyway. But so
Kathleen has whatever she pulls out of her. So it's just normal.
Oh, hey, Brandon, you were at work at McDonald's. We were on fire on Friday. Like a grease fire, dude?
Or like
Because
a
that's,
busy fire.
I mean, like on fire, like, oh man, we were really popping. Things were selling. Things were busy. That type of fire, or we had a grease fire in the kitchen, and the McDonald's was almost the burned arches. So, yeah. All right, I'm gonna put this picture back up on the screen just because it's the Pixar characters, and I didn't think to make a collaboration picture of the two of them so we could have them both on the same screen. Brandon says, yeah, they were popping. All right, cool. A lot of orders. Yeah, that makes sense, buddy. All right. Let's start with Captain America because, well, he's kind of the leader of the group. And I have a very definite pick for this, who I think needs to be Captain America, but I'm going to let you go first.
Oh man, there are so many good options for Captain America. I mean, obviously you could go Buzz Lightyear because Buzz Lightyear. Also the Chris Evans callback, but also I don't like the fact that Chris Evans played Buzz Lightyear. Anyway, but honestly, I would actually probably go Woody over Buzz Lightyear because I feel like Woody is, I mean, in Toy Story, Woody's the one who keeps everybody together. So I think that Woody would be a good Cap.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I actually picked the same character, but for a different reason.
Oh.
For one specific scene, I think it's in the Age of Ultron, where they're all going through the forest, and somebody says a bad word. Language, and I can see Woody.
Oh yeah,
at somebody and going, "Hey, language! There's kids around." So
I could totally see that. Yeah.
So for me, it was like when I started my list and I was writing down the Avengers names, I was like, yeah, that's Woody. That has to be Woody. So for me, let's see. Brandon thinks that since Chris voiced Buzz, I think Robert Downey Jr. should voice Woody. But he says, yeah, I agree. Woody is more Cap. Absolutely. Yeah. It was just one of those things. It was a no-brainer for me. Like it was almost like hopping off the page. There's two on this list that I was like, this has to be these two. The rest are up for discussion, and I'm okay with that. But yeah. So okay. All right. So Cap is Woody. What about Iron Man?
Oh man. I don't know. I have a few options again, but
this to me is also one of the ones that this was the second one that had to be a definite.
I feel like Lightning McQueen would make a good Iron Man.
Okay.
It'd be funny at least.
Yeah. I didn't think of Lightning McQueen for that, but I could see why you would go there, and I would be totally okay with that. Now that I think about it, I was not thinking about that before, so I would not have even included him. And actually, you know what? I'm looking at this picture right now. Oh, there he is in there. Okay, never mind. I take it back. Let's see. Brandon says Wally or Eve as Iron Man.
See, I was also kind of thinking Wally.
Okay. You guys are way ahead of me on all of that stuff because I didn't think of those.
Pixar light bulb as Iron Man would be hilarious.
I actually have him somewhere else.
Oh, okay.
So, but for Iron Man, the only person that I could see in that role was Buzz.
Oh yeah,
because he's kind of already got the suit.
He does.
And Cap and Iron Man are always going back and forth with one another.
That's true.
And in the first Toy Story, I mean, they kind of always do no matter what. But I kind of was like, yeah, Buzz Lightyear would be the perfect Iron Man because when they go back and forth between Cap and Iron Man, it'd be the same give and take, the same jokes, everything else as what we see with Woody and Buzz.
I can see that.
Okay. I'm trying to look through this picture and see if there's anybody else that I think that would fit into this. Because to some degree, I was like, well, I was like, I'm only going to use the Toy Story characters, and I was like, no, that's not as much fun. But and I went out and about after that. So, all right. So Cap is Woody, Iron Man is Buzz. What about Black Widow?
Riley
Riley.
from Inside Out.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That would be
Okay. All right.
Sorry, I'm trying to match personalities.
No, that's fine. I hadn't thought about that. I haven't seen Inside Out in so long. Have I ever seen Inside Out?
Shh, failure.
No, I'm fully aware of that. If I haven't, I think I have. I just think it's been so long since I've seen it that that I'm failing to. I know it's about the personalities and different moods and all that stuff, different emotions. Yeah, John, what do you think, John? John, John.
Yeah, it'll be
John John has abandoned the comments. He no longer loves us. I see how it is. But
he probably squirreled and got distracted.
There was mashed potatoes and a daughter involved.
Well, and there's also new minis and things that need to be painted and maps that need to be drawn.
Oh boy.
That's okay. Not actually to hurt you with this time.
Oh, well, yeah, then have fun with that, buddy. Do all you got to do.
My minis that I ordered a month ago finally got here today after I had to pay an extra $30 to get them through customs.
Cool. Oh, did you get hit with tariffs?
Yep.
Ouch. That sucks.
Yep. It was a little brutal.
Yeah, that's awful, man.
Worth it though, because the minis are really freaking cool. So
you ordered them from Poland.
Well, yeah, because they actually had the ones that you wanted for your campaign.
Oh, she's got you there, bud. Let's see. Brandon said Boo can play Tony's daughter. Oh, that's a really good call, bud. Yeah, I could see that. I hadn't thought about who would play Tony's daughter, but yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Boo would be good. I think that's it. I think we'll leave it at Boo. I like that one. That seems like a natural fit. Okay. All right. So, did I say who I picked as Black Widow?
No.
Okay. Who did you pick again? Oh, Riley from Inside Out. That's right. I went down a little rabbit hole in my brain. I remember that now. Okay, so I picked Jessie.
Okay.
Because she's like, I just remember for like Toy Story 2 when we first meet her, she does all these jumps and hops and this parkour stuff, and I'm like, oh, she's probably could train with assassin weapons. So Jessie as Black Widow. There it is. Yep, absolutely. Let's see. I ordered my stuff from White Cloud. What'd you order from White Cloud?
White Cloud, Michigan. There's an Etsy that he's found that does 3D printing.
Really? From White Cloud?
Yep.
I will need a address on that. Let's see. John Wass agrees. I agree with Jessie as Black Widow, so let it be written, so let it be done. I concur wholeheartedly. And then some. Okay. All right. What about Hulk?
There are lots of fun options for Hulk as well. Who would Hulk out really well? Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Okay, so you can just barely see him on here. But I'm gonna go with Kevin from Up, the bird.
Nice.
Like you can just barely his head is sideways.
Yeah, I see him.
Incredible.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, just above Mr. Incredible. Yeah.
So
okay. A giant anger as Hulk.
Oh,
okay.
That would be fun too, yeah. But I feel like anger is already Hulk, and that's just not fun.
I like it. So Brandon also said that he thinks Sully could be Swamp Thing.
Ooh.
Yeah, I hadn't thought about that. So I had two choices for Hulk because I couldn't settle on if I wanted a funny Hulk or a more serious Hulk. Like my Hulk would probably be the Professor Hulk that we see in Endgame,
Mm-hmm.
and that would be Sully.
Right.
Or if I wanted a funny Hulk, I was like Rex from Toy Story would be hilarious.
What about Mater as Hulk?
You my best friend. Yeah, because all I could picture with Rex is just like, oh, don't anger me. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. I can't do a very good
No, but that was still pretty adorable.
I could just imagine it in my head, just Rex just being like, oh, I mean, you wouldn't like me if I'm angry. Oh, we missed it. And then like the anxiety kicks in, and then he has a panic attack about being angry.
Poor Rex.
And yeah, but it just amuses me so. But yeah, I like that. Rex turns into anger. Oh, that could work. Yeah, because the Bruce Banner side could be Rex, and then when he goes into Hulk mode, he's anger.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be okay with that because I mean, even though there's some resemblances between Hulk and Banner, they are largely different shapes and sizes and all those things. For that, Slinky could be Spider-Man. Okay, I'm not against it. Not even a little bit. But if we're going to go include Spider-Man on the list, then we have to use Mrs. Incredible, Elastigirl, as Spider-Woman, or the Gwen Stacy Spider, or Spider-Pool, or Gwenpool. Gwenpool, that's what it is. I'll get there. I just had to work my way around the horn a little bit. See what I did there? You got to go faster. It's faster to go around the horn.
Good job.
Yeah, I'm pretty proud of myself. Not gonna lie, pretty happy. I'm easily amused though, so that's that may not be a good selling point. All right, what about Hawkeye?
Crap, what are I don't remember what the boys' names are from Onward. The younger brother on Onward.
Yeah, I can't remember his name either. I know what you're talking about. I'm Googling it.
I'm already on that too.
Ian. Yeah, Ian.
It's hilarious because he's played by Tom Holland.
Oh yeah, he is. Look at that.
And then Barley is Chris Pratt. So I mean,
Star-Lord. All right. Huh.
I
did not know that.
But yeah, no, I feel
really good cast on that movie.
Ian could be Hawkeye.
Okay.
Or Doug.
Doug. Poor Hawkeye. I'm Doug. And I agree with John. This was my pick, Merida.
That's just an easy answer because of the bow, you dum-dums.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's going from, oh my God, I want to see Doug the dog as Wolverine.
Oh boy. But then he feels so bad that he hurt them.
His encounter with the squirrels with adamantium claws would be additionally hilarious. Oh my God. Silly choice, but I would pick Fear from Inside Out.
Oh.
For Hawkeye. And they're both purple. All right. But yeah, I picked Merida just because it was honestly the easy pick, because I was like, oh, well, she's the one with the bow experience, so it was like kind of like, just easy pickings. See, Brandon, this is the type of stuff that we don't put into print, because then John listens to those things, and then we have to hear about it later. So, Merida is just a regular person who gets caught up dealing with powers way beyond her normal circumstances. Hawkeye is a normal guy trying to hang with super soldiers and gods. I hate it when I have to say that I can't argue his logic.
Throw things
Because again, this will come back to bite us at some point, for us all agreeing with John and saying, and there it is.
Only because you married me, baby cakes.
Then there you go. 2 great comments right in a row. Okay. But yeah, the Hawkeye one for me was, like I said, was a pretty easy one to do. Now here's one that I'm interested to see what your thoughts are on this. Who's going to play Thor? Stop looking at me, Swan.
Thor.
Yeah, who's going to be Thor?
Who's worthy of Thor? You're gonna hate me.
Okay.
Bing bong.
Mater should be Thor.
I was thinking either Bing Bong or Mr. Fredrickson.
I was thinking of Chef from Ratatouille.
Ooh, that would be good too.
Because, it's the personality he has to be worthy of holding Mjolnir. He had, and I was like, well, who's got the worthiest personality? Here's a guy who wants to do good things. He's just, kind of lost in the sauce.
Heimlich the caterpillar.
Oh my God. I've got a beautiful little butterfly hammer.
And I can fly now. And he just doesn't let go of Mjolnir, and he just uses Mjolnir to fly because his teeny tiny butterfly wings won't carry him.
I actually love that. I can see him holding up Mjolnir to get electric to it, to get the lightning to it, just so that you can have the bugs fly to it. It's so pretty.
It's so beautiful.
I actually have some place for this, John, but not as Fury. I was going to put him in as Black Panther. Because, our options would be fairly limited as who could play Black Panther without there being much of an issue. But I do like Frozone as the option to make Frozone, who is voiced by Samuel L. Jackson, to be Nick Fury in this was also on my mind, but I was like, that was too easy and a bit of the cheating. So, I didn't want to cheat that easily, that much. It just seemed like a bad idea. But I like Frozone as Black Panther.
Or Frozone is Vision.
Speaking of Vision, might as well get to that one next, because since you brought it up, because I was going to bring up Vision. All right. So the other than Frozone,
who I was thinking of for Vision originally.
Okay. Do you have one that you were thinking of for Vision?
Edna Mode. I will eventually break you.
Oh God. No cakes. Oh God, that would. Yep. I'd actually pay to watch that. Okay. My choice for Vision, I had 2 choices for Vision. Yeah. Brandon likes your choice as well, Edna for Frozone. My choice for Vision, Mike Wazowski.
It's the eyeball, isn't it?
It's the eyeball. He's got one eye. He's the one eye, one eye, one eye. He's the one eye love. And then also, the other choice, if Mike Wazowski we couldn't make Mike Wazowski work in that universe for whatever reason, even though this character never talks, never has a line, was really good at bouncing up and down and being there, shining a light onto certain topics and things. The light bulb,
Boing,
the lamp.
boing,
Yeah,
boing.
the Pixar. Yeah, the Pixar logo, Balby or whatever his name is. I call him Balby. But yeah, that was my other choice. But more than likely, I think Mike Wazowski would be a lot of fun because Mike, as Vision, could have some really fun interactions. Really fun interactions with some of the characters there on the screen. But yeah, let's see. So that basically covers all the characters that we had talked about that we had seen in this screen. Now there are other characters like Ant-Man. We hadn't talked about Ant-Man. He's not
Remy.
on the screen. Who?
Remy, the rat from Ratatouille.
Okay. I was thinking the penguin from Toy Story. Wheezy. And I don't know why. That's the first thing that came to my mind. And usually with this type of stuff, I usually go with the first thing that comes to my mind. And I'm not like it's the best idea, but that's the one that gets stuck in there. And then, the one thing that I couldn't find a home for, and maybe you'll have a suggestion, or maybe you guys will have a suggestion out there. Flick is Ant-Man. That would actually be kind of funny. Yeah, I can see that one. Who's playing Loki? That's a good question. Who
The
out of that?
grasshopper from Bug's Life.
Yeah, but he doesn't have a good side to him. Loki does have a good side to him.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a very big good side, but there is a good side.
Or the ladybug from Bug's Life.
I'm not a lady. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm now also thinking the octopus from Finding Dory as Doctor Strange.
I mean, I'm definitely not against it. Yeah.
Forky
is Ant-Man.
Forky.
I like that one.
Forky needs to be Loki.
Forky. Okay. I think Chick from Cars as Loki. All right. I keep coming back to now. I like the Ladybug as Loki because he's not what he appears to be. And Loki can be the deceiver. And
I really think that the Ladybug would very much want people to kneel before him.
Oh yeah. And it would just be fun to hear Dennis Leary again doing something. I'm a big fan of Dennis Leary. So, Anxiety for Scarlet Witch.
I was thinking that one.
I was actually thinking of Violet from Incredibles. That's the daughter's name, right? Violet. Okay. Just making sure I'm on the right page. But yeah, I thought if we were going to do that, then that would be that. The one character that I can't find a home for, and I wanted to find a home for, this is also from Toy Story, Bo Peep. I couldn't figure out where to use her or what character to include her as in the Marvel universe. Maybe Captain Marvel. I mean, as an extended version of the Avengers, she would be included.
Darcy.
Okay. I'm okay with that, actually.
I could totally see her as Darcy. I also love Darcy.
Bo Peep as MJ.
Underrated character.
Oh, well. Oh, yeah. That's actually a really good idea because Captain America and Sharon Carter have a little kissy kiss, and there's a, Bo and Woody.
Yeah.
I could get with that. Dash is Quicksilver. That makes sense. I'd be okay with that. Who was the other one I was thinking of? Great. Now I got to look up a picture of the Avengers because I can't think of the character's name. My brain just went completely blank.
It happens.
Oh boy.
I feel like Jack.
All right,
Jack
let's.
that.
Well, Jack needs a spot as well for sure. Hold on. Let's see. Ant-Man, Captain Marvel. Was talking about that. Well, I'm not seeing the picture of who I'm looking for. I just imagined it would hop off the page at me, but it's not. So it is what it is. Okay. But yeah, we covered Black Panther. We got Scarlet Witch. Oh, who's Bucky Barnes? Who's the Winter Soldier?
Oh man.
Actually, I have an idea for this.
Little army man.
A little army man. John would like us to know that he has really good ideas. That's the takeaway from tonight. Sharon does make sense as Bo. Yeah, I think so. But so for Bucky Barnes, because he's always there in service of his best friend, has to be Mater.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for me that has to be Mater.
If you have Woody though as Cap, then you'd almost have to have Slinky as Bucky Barnes.
Yeah. Bucky's Bing Bong.
Actually, I have a different one for Loki now. Sorry, Mr.
All right.
Head.
These are your angry eyes.
Hey, look, I'm Picasso.
A Winter Soldier version of Bing Bong would be terrifying.
Would be.
Oh. I got to go back and watch Inside Out again because I am failing at so many of these references.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Bullseye as Bucky.
That would also work. Or Ham.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay. I was like, why can't I think of who Bullseye is? The horse. The horse is Bullseye. Goodness gracious. The brain just went. It's been a long weekend. It was into a long. Today was definitely all kinds of a Monday. So yeah, the brain is. I would like to say that the brain is firing on all cylinders, but that would be a lie. And my mama told me not to lie.
But did you listen?
No, I lied about listening. So. All right. So one last one. So we've gotten through all these characters. We've identified who should be all these other characters. One last one, just because, we made a. We have not covered. Actually, there's two more that we need to cover because we've talked about Fury, we've talked about Ant-Man, we've talked about Spider-Man, Quicksilver, Vision. We got all those. So now we need a character for War Machine. Any suggestions on War Machine?
No.
Brandon says, I got one, but I want John to get this one. Falcon as Wheezy, the Penguin.
War Machine.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of who I would. Oh goodness, what's the kid's name from Up? The wilderness must be explored.
Crap, why can't I remember his name?
I can't either. Army Man as War Machine. I mean, that fits too, for sure.
Russell.
Absolutely. Russell. There we go. Yeah, Russell. I wouldn't mind seeing Russell as War Machine. But I like Army Man as well. That's a good pick.
Mm-hmm.
I am very okay with that. And the last one that we need to hit is Falcon, who becomes the new Cap. So what do you think about that?
Jack.
Jack? I'm flying. I'm on fire. I'm flying. I'm on fire.
But he's so cute. You have powers.
Yeah, let's go with it. What the heck? Jack as the War Machine.
No.
The only other thought. Oh, who do we say as?
New Cap.
That new Cap, Falcon. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I think that's a pretty good list. Brandon, you said you wanted John to get it, but you said Falcon as, and then you stopped. Who do you think? I gotta hear it. I gotta know. My interest has been piqued. You have raised my level of curiosity, sir. Just, give him a couple seconds to see what he has to say.
Mm-hmm.
Not that we're sitting here waiting for you, Brandon, but we're sitting here waiting for you. What do you think? All right. Well, while we're waiting for Brandon to put, John says he's drawing a blank. Wheezy. Okay. Cool. I actually said that. All right. Nice. Good choice, my sir. Good choice, my dude. All right. So, yeah, I think that covers that topic pretty well. I like these type of topics. They're fun. They're engaging. Gets everybody involved in the conversation. If there's a topic like this that you would love to see, let us know. And we could totally try and figure out a way to work this into a future live show. Hopefully, if life can calm down and stop attacking us from all sides, we're going to try and do this a little more often, but at least a couple times a month between the RPG and 1 or 2 sessions of this a month. And we'll probably end up taking 1 week, a month off, just to make sure that we all have some measure of sanity in our lives. But yeah, if you've got suggestions about, any of these type of shows, let us know. We'd love to incorporate them in the show. And as a reminder, if you haven't signed up at fsfpopcast.com/contact, which is in the show notes down below, sign up for free loot. You can win a physical or digital copy of the Smurfs movie or a physical copy of Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. So you guys have an opportunity to do that. And then as a reminder, this week on the FSF podcast, we had voice actor Brock Powell. Brock is a really cool dude, and I had just a blast talking with him. Now, he's been on Phineas and Ferb, Hamster and Gretel, Milo Murphy's Law. He's done a whole bunch of video game spots, and he's done a ton of work on the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse and Mickey Mouse Funhouse. But he's also on the new Netflix show called Monster, the Ed Gein story about what the Texas Chainsaw Massacre is based off of. He plays Leatherface.
As well.
What's that?
Psycho is also based off of Ed Gein.
Yeah. He plays Leatherface in this. And yeah, pretty convincingly too, I might add.
Ed Gein had lampshades made out of human skin.
Yeah, he was
that show was messed up.
Yeah, that show was messed up, man.
Other things Kathleen learned in abnormal psychology.
John says, I currently have 14 people. My brain sanity is entirely optional at this point.
Are they at least speaking English at this point?
Yeah.
Ooh, I was just laughing the other day and told Honora that I was laughing because the voices in my head were whispering and it tickled.
Grant says, everyone but me. Yeah, I have nearly no clue who any of these characters are up there. Only seen Toy Story and WALL-E. Toy Story, went to see it with my girlfriend at the time. It's a good show. And WALL-E because nothing else was on TV. WALL-E's a good show. Kathleen is going back to school. Yes. She's
Actually,
going to get
on that-
educated. She's going to stick people with needles. She's going to stab people.
Okay, so on that note, because super freaking excited about this. So, I've done college before. I have taken classes before. I did not get a degree because I met a boy. Anyway, that's not important. So reapplying to school, I requested my transcript from my previous school. Had it sent to the school that I have applied for. And so now, when I want to do my phlebotomy class, I literally only have to take 2 classes.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
I have 51 college credits already.
Awesome. That's fantastic.
So it is I will get my phlebotomy certificate in like a semester.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm
So Kathleen.
excited.
That's cool. That's cool. Granzer says, "Oh, good. We talk about Ed Gein." Yes.
Mhm. Just
Kathleen
not about
discussed
his.
this-
Not about his. We're not going to talk about the belt, but we'll talk about his cereal bowls and his lampshades.
Her knowledge of serial killers could fill a book or 2. That scares
I
me.
may have had a small special interest on serial killers. It's my mom's fault. She took Tylenol.
I count trains. You go into serial killers. All right. Everybody's got their own version of autism.
It happens.
John asks, "What about the belt?"
Go look up what it was made out of, John.
I don't think I want to.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, serial killers is really trippy talk. That show Monster is messed up in all the possible ways. It's a walk on the wild side for sure.
Okay, so again, I took developmental psych, abnormal psych. And during abnormal psych, I wrote a multiple 15 page. It might have been 15 pages.
Ooh.
About the causality of most serial killers, and compared Ed Gein, Son of Sam, John Wayne Gacy, Ted Bundy, like compared what had triggered their traumas,
Sure.
and then made it so that they did what they did. Because I mean, like Son of Sam had some serious issues, convinced that the neighbor's dog was telling him to kill people. It's messed up. Ed Gein was horribly abused by his mother. So he targeted women who looked like his mom.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot. And a lot of it comes from early childhood trauma.
Yeah, I've heard that with a lot, especially with some of these serial killers. That's how it begins. There's some level of trauma stacked with multiple levels of rejection and isolation.
And especially as they've looked more into child development and specifically the maternal bond, the number of women that are told to go back to work after they have kids and then don't have a strong maternal infant bond, there is a lot of long-term damage that can come from that because it literally rewrites your brain chemistry. Like,
yeah, I get that.
Your amygdala, your processing center of your brain is so strongly developed in like the first 2 years of your life. And if you don't have a solid relationship with your mom, you don't have that constant comfort, you don't know that you can seek comfort from a human, it screws you up down the road.
Yeah. That's also, that this is a whole topic that we're not going to have time to get into tonight, but it's actually quite fascinating when you look at the human psyche and what goes on. And that's also why, so many child psychologists and developmental psychologists are against the idea, the thought of letting your baby lay there and cry it out.
Right. Because you're not teaching them to self-soothe. You're teaching them that nobody cares and they're not coming.
Yeah, and that's something that starts very early in child psyche. So it's an interesting topic. It really is. Kathleen, your thoughts on the Ed Gein TV show that came out recently? I heard it was quite bad.
I actually haven't watched that. I've had a lot of trouble watching things of the more scary variety in the last 7 years.
No, there's also a child in that last 7 years, so
There
there's that.
is. The scheduling has gotten very difficult.
Yeah, with little ones around, it's hard to watch some of those carrier things. But yeah, it's so. I heard that they didn't follow more what Ed Gein did. It's on some streaming service, so I can't watch it. It is on Netflix currently. Yeah, it is on a streaming service. It's on Netflix. I'll be honest with you. I tried watching it. It's a pretty rough show. Yeah, it's
hard because there's so much that he did that, yes, you need to stay true to what he did, but also, do we really need to explore what he did again? Do we need to make that into entertainment and glorify what he did?
Yeah, that's always going to be the argument, the question as to whether, how you address that, how you approach that. Because on one hand, I mean, you can make a documentary as a story, even a television show about that person, what he did and why, without glorifying it. And I'm not saying that I think that that's what this show does, but I have to go to Tim's house to watch Ed Gein. I think you might have an argument for my wife because she doesn't want to see that on the television screen again. Let's see. When the cops asked John Wayne Gacy, "Did you kill this person?" He would say yes to some and no to others that he had no clue on.
Mm-hmm.
Because when John Wayne Gacy was active, then he got caught. The police said that there were copycat serial killers in the area. Yes, absolutely, there were.
And that's the big struggle too, is the more you glorify it, the more you idolize it, the more people are going to be like, oh, hey, well, I can get away with it because they're already looking for somebody.
Right. And especially when you have somebody who's already disconnected from that feeling of attachment, disconnected from the feeling of humanity and all those other things. It's just an easy jump.
In a society with such a horrible mental health crisis, where mental health is not prioritized, all you're doing is giving people another excuse, another outlet, instead of actually helping anybody. Right, Nern? What do you think?
Nern agrees.
Ernie agrees.
But yeah, so that's the episode that's out right now. Brock Powell from, like I said, from Phineas and Ferb, Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, Hamster Gretel, all those things. And of course, the monster Ed Gein show on Netflix, which I think is the 3rd season of this. I don't remember who was season 1, but there was also the John Wayne Gacy season, and so like each season they're going to be looking at different serial killers. So, I work with someone who trains cadaver dogs.
He does.
What's a cadaver dog?
They are the dogs to go search for bodies.
Ew.
So yes, apparently, even like burying somebody under like a protected plant doesn't actually work.
Interesting. Make a note of that. I have to rework a few things.
Well, and I looked this up out of morbid curiosity, but also because of something that had happened recently with a friend. So we had a friend recently who died, but she died in Myanmar, and she was cremated and brought back. But she had a dog here. Like, she still had her dog here. And so I looked it up to see whether or not her dog could smell her ashes and know that it was her.
Mm-hmm.
And they can.
Yeah. They can, yeah.
Even
see, that part I knew. I just didn't know that they were called cadaver dogs.
Yeah,
the ones that actually are trained for searching.
They can smell that it's their human.
Yeah, totally get that, because I've seen it where dogs have run up to the urn that and like sitting on a table or something, and they're sitting there whimpering at the urn. I've seen that. I've seen it where they run up to closed caskets where they can't even see the body inside, but they know they're humans in there. So yeah, that makes absolute sense to me. Granzier says, I know I probably can't get this on the stream or channel, but I would really like to hear Kathleen's top 10 serial killers. I'm
Whoa!
really fascinated in her.
I could probably write that for the. I could probably write it for the website. Just
yeah, absolutely.
Some time.
Actually, that'd be a great topic. I think we get a lot of conversation on that. If you want to do that, absolutely go for it.
Why can't I write about serial killers, Ernie?
Because he's a nerd and he gets
You
nervous.
just said no.
John says the plants absorb the decaying meat through their roots, so they smell like the body, and the dogs can.
Yep.
Oh, I never thought of that. Holy cow, we're learning stuff.
Which I mean, if you think about
PopCast is educational. Yay!
Like, okay, so if you think about it, Tim, if you have a white rose, you have a white cut flower, and you put it in food colored water.
Well, sure, the rose changes. Yeah, the roses change color. Yeah.
Same concept. It is literally it'll absorb the smell.
Okay, that makes sense.
Science.
I won't argue that.
Ernie,
science, baby.
What are you doing, dimwit?
All right, and now coming out Wednesday morning, we may not have as much conversation about that as we just had about Brock's interview, but go check out Brock's interview if you haven't already, and make sure that when you watch it, give it a like. That helps other people that show up on other people's YouTube feeds. So anyway, coming out on Wednesday, we have the interview with Lori Steele. She's on Dragon Ball Z, and she was on Mobile Suit Gundam, Eon Flux rather, for the video game. She played the handler on that. She's Krillin, Mother, Baba, Baby Krillin, and a few other characters on Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. Got to meet her this past September, in Monroe, Michigan at the Monroe Comic-Con. And it's a really fun interview. Lori's just an absolute sweetheart. She's a hoot. She's just absolutely a hoot. We have a conversation about why she never says no to a job, and when she had to play mashed potatoes for something. It's kind of I'm like, how do you play mashed potatoes? And she's like, yeah, she threw an accent at it and called it a day.
I love it.
I was like, so did you use an Irish accent? I think she used a Russian accent, because Russians and Irish both have a lot of potato based.
I mean, I guess food,
so excited for Lori. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Let's see. And Eon Flux. Yeah, she was in the video game, not in the show, but yeah, all the same. Yeah, she plays the handler. But Eon Flux is a really cool show back in the day on MTV. For those of you who ever got a chance to watch that, back when MTV played music and at late night played the liquid MTV cartoons and things. But yeah, so that's going on and on the show this upcoming week. And so next week we'll try and get back on schedule. And I don't remember when our next did we schedule out our next game, or did we?
I don't think we actually did.
We'll have to double check that, but that should be coming up here shortly. Our Star Wars
and
RPG.
Will all actually be the right level.
Oh, I highly doubt that. We all forget about it until we're in the game, and then we all complain about it because that's what we do. But
yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, no, not the show, Granzer. She was only in the video game. But yeah. So, any parting thoughts, Kathleen, before we say goodbye to our amazing audience tonight?
I don't think I really do have anything to say to them tonight. I can't even talk now. I'm so tired. This is water, and apparently it's making me slur.
John, no, we're not going back to level 3. I mean, I can. I'm a Jedi. I'll kick your butt.
This is what I get for hydrating.
Exactly. Liquid television. It was the cool stuff. It really was back in the day on MTV. All right. Be safe, guys. This was a fun one. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with this too, Brandon. And if you guys, like I said, ever have a suggestion for topics, please send them to me. I'd be more than happy to check them out. Granzer says, thank you, Kathleen and Tim. Be safe, happy, healthy, and blessed. Until next time. Until next time, kids and cadets, may the force be with you as you continue to live long and prosper. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Copyright 2025 FSF PopCast. Reference any specific product or entity mentioned on this podcast does not constitute an endorsement or recommendation by FSF PopCast. The views expressed by guests are their own and their appearance on the program does not imply an endorsement of them or any entity they represent. If you have any questions about this disclaimer, please contact us via email at info@fsfpopcast.com.